Good morning and welcome to Kramer's Corner with a daily technical update. It is Wednesday the 18th of October and now we are getting to some of the more interesting earnings releases in the US equities. And we will have a quick preview of some of them. There will be a written analysis on a few of them after the release around the opening tomorrow when we have seen the market reaction a little bit. But Tesla is due to release their earnings later today. And here we see from the daily chart, it seems a little bit range bound, but with the falling or declining peaks here, so a little bit to the bearish side, but it is by no means certain just yet. 240 is a level to look out for as a support. In the bigger picture, also a little bit depressed, but still 240 is the level to look out for when it opens after earnings tomorrow. And we have also Netflix that is planned to release earnings. It's been in a downtrend lately, actually quite some time here, a couple of months now. And also on the weekly chart, it has closed this below the support area, gap area here, and just holding on at the 55 weekly moving average. But it is in a downtrend short term and medium term, so that's where we are at the moment on those two companies. The overall market, S&P yesterday opened lower but closed unchanged and tried to close this gap here, but failed. So that is still interesting to see here the next couple of days. Will it close the gap or not? The Nasdaq index also a little bit lower after opening just above the gap here. But if it closes the gap once again, I know we had it closed there, but if it closed on the way down again, then I think we'll see a more heavy selling. And what is interesting is that the RSI is still in a bearish mood. On the European side, we have EuroStoxx. Not much since yesterday, still in this downtrend here, in this falling channel. DAX as one of leading, unchanged this morning. It's still 15,482 is the key resistance, and we are in a downtrend. There's a little bit of divergence on the RSI, so we could be range bound here for a little while. AEX testing the 730 support this morning, and if it closes below, well, then expect a move lower towards 715, 710 level. The Belgian market looks fairly weak. Currently has closed this gap here and is resuming downtrend. So I think we will see lower levels on the Belgian market in the coming days and weeks. Whereas the CAC 40 is still a little bit range bound, but also overall picture we are in a downtrend, and I think we will test the 6,900, possibly 800 support levels there in a few days. Moving on to the FX market, and as usual, starting with the euro dollar, testing once again the upper falling trend line in this channel here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another retest of the strong resistance at 106.35. That is the level to look out for. It was rejected here last week a couple of times. But if it can't get up there, then I think we will see downtrend resuming and the move lower. So really keep an eye on that level. Euro sterling moved higher yesterday. Let's see if it can follow through today. 87 is still the key resistance to look out for. Cable more or less sideways. Looks a little bit similar to your dollar at the moment. 123 and a change is the key resistance level there. We are still in a bearish trend, but we should see a correction up to around 124.50 level here, possibly a little bit higher, but it seems quite heavy. If our sign breaks back below the 40 level and back below the lower rising trend line, I think it will resume downtrend and we will see lower levels on cable. Dollar yen pairs are fairly boring at the moment. Yes, there was a little bit of volatility yesterday after some comments from the Japanese central bank. We are still in an uptrend, but I would like to see a break higher above 150.16 for a move towards 152. And there is divergence on the RSI. I mean, the peaks here are lower than previous peaks, so it is weakening. The uptrend is weakening. So let's see here the next couple of days. Euro yen still in a range bound. We've been talking about this for quite some time, and Aussie yen seems like it will have another go at 95.85 resistance level. Let's see if it can actually break it this time. I mean, it failed a couple of times, even because when it closed above. Sterling yen, also not much to say there, just range bound still there. And dollar Canada, not really much to say either. So let's just move on to the dollar index, where we once again can say, well, it might have a go at the 105.34 support. That is the key support at the moment. A break below, a close below. We are looking at levels around 104, 104.46. We should see a correction before next move higher. Moving on to commodities, and after the very strong rebound in gold, it is today above the short-term falling trend line, currently above the cloud area here. If we get a close above that level and followed by a move above a 1946.47 here, well, then I think we will be back in a fairly strong bullish trend on gold. It's currently testing the upper falling trend line here. It's not the strongest one anyway. So let's see what can materialize the next couple of days. But there is potential for further upside if it can stay above. So let's see. The daily RSI is above 60 and is in a positive sentiment, indicating we should see higher levels. The silver spot here has bounced the 786 retracement at 23.11. We still have the RSI below 60, but currently it's knocking on the threshold there. If it can close above, well, then there is probably more upside potential, and the key level around 23.77 and the upper part of cloud. If we can get a close above that, then we are back in a bullish sentiment and bullish trend. Copper. The 354 and a half did hold yesterday. It spiked just a little bit below it, but it closed well above. And I think we could see a rebound towards the 370 here next couple of days. Still look out for that level. That's really, really key. On the energy front, the WTI hovering around the 88.2 88.20 resistance, a close above today or tomorrow for that matter. Then we will have WTI back in a bullish trend. It is warming up for it, definitely. So that's quite interesting. Brent. Also testing its 91.81 resistance, has rebounded 61.8. Fibonacci retracement here at 92.25 today, within a few cents from that. I think we will see higher levels in coming days and weeks, but I need a confirmation above that level. Finally, let's have a look at the US 10-year. It is eyeing 5%, definitely. We are above the 61.8 retracement. We are above the 786 retracement, and that's usually a good guide for US 10-year yields to move higher towards the 138.2 projection at just around 5%. I suspect we'll see that in the coming days. That's all for today, and look out for those earnings in big companies here in the coming days. I will do a written update on those. Thank you very much, and happy trading.